The main function of a Global Maritime Distress and Safety System, or a GMDSS, is to alert rescuers of an emergency on your ship. It does this by sending a distress message with the ship's identification and GPS position to other ships and the authorities ashore. This is the best way of calling for help in case of an emergency or distress situation, as it allows two-way communication and you can best describe your situation. Your main radio set has a much greater range than portable VHFs. This will increase the chances of someone hearing your call. All passenger and cargo ships of 500 gross tonnage and upwards are provided with a minimum of 3 portable VHF sets. This is for effective two-way communication between survival craft and nearby rescuers. They are waterproof, with a special one-use non-rechargeable battery, and are good for 8 hours use when making short transmissions, followed by longer listening periods. Check whether the special batteries are stored inside the radio or kept separate. The emergency position indicating radio beacon is located outside, often on top of the bridge, so that if the ship sinks, the beacon will be released by water pressure at a preset depth and float free. It will then automatically transmit a distress signal via satellite to specialist rescue centres ashore. The ship's identification will then broadcast for around 2 days. Communication is transmit only and, after some hours, the beacon's position can be calculated ashore. The EPIRB may also broadcast a homing signal to aircraft, so if you have to abandon ship, take it to a survival craft and tie it to the grab line so it has a clear view of the satellites above. The Search and Rescue Transponder, or SART, should also be carried to the survival craft, unless SARTs are permanently fitted in them. When switched on, the SART will respond to a radar pulse, transmitting a homing signal which is seen on a radar screen. There may be no sign that it's working, but fix it onto the survival craft as high as possible to maximize the range. Use a mounting pole if one is supplied. As well as high-tech radio equipment, your ship will have pyrotechnic distress signals. These are like specialized fireworks, but they don't have the range of an MF or HF radio. When rescuers are nearby, you can use them to show that you are in trouble and to highlight your position. They are normally stowed on the bridge and inside lifeboats and life rafts. Parachute flares have the greatest range and they can be seen up to 20 miles away at night. They are also effective in daylight, but they aren't very good when there is poor visibility. Remember, the flare goes up about 300 meters, so do not use them if a helicopter is near. Red hand flares are smaller and only burn for about 1 minute, so they should not be used until rescuers are within sight. Buoyant orange smoke signals can be thrown into the water during daylight, when rescuers are in sight. They produce dense orange smoke for 3 minutes and are especially useful to show the surface wind direction to rescue helicopters. There are other methods of communication that can be used with signalling equipment, including Morse code, which can be sent using a torch or by using a special mirror, known as a heliograph, to reflect the sun towards a rescuer. You could also use a whistle or horn, and some ships carry airband radios, allowing direct communications with search aircraft. Personal locator beacons are now available, which work like small EPIRBs. These are usually supplied only where there is a high chance of someone being lost overboard.